Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you all for being here. It is Friday, thank God. Y'all forgive me for being a little later than normal this morning. I had something I had to do that was important. So, of course, I had to push my show back just slightly. So, I know you guys don't mind, but thank you all for being here nevertheless. We are here, honey. This is Car Chronicles. Thank you all for being here. Let me get my banner up while I'm rushing this morning. Good morning and good morning. I see you guys. Hey, Cheryl. Good morning, TJ's Queen 40 million. Hi. Good morning, my mod Linda Gamble, Deborah Johnson, Cheryl Williams, Maria Perry, Lori Eden, April Pearson, Felicia. Ooh, y'all coming in quick. Garlington, Erica Butler, Lori Eden again. Good morning, Impetitious, Mellow Man. What's up? Sheena So Blessed. Good morning, Big State. Good morning, Creole Girl. Carla Johnson, good morning. Maria Clark, Dee Darden, good morning. Gloria Williams, good morning. C. Lewis, good morning. Carolyn Johnson, good morning. Paula, good morning. DC Girl, good morning. Girlfriends Chronicle, she is a content creator. Please check her out and support her channel. Thank you so much, Miss T Zeta Mom, for being here. This is, what is this? AAMU grade 09. Thanks for being here. Says I wait on you. I appreciate it. Y'all know I'm coming. If I don't send out a notification or a post saying that I'm not doing the show, 9 times out of 10 I'm doing it. I just had to push it back a bit. Okay, so just for anybody that's wondering, if I don't send out something on YouTube or on any of my publications saying that I'm canceling the show, I'm definitely going to be on. Okay. So thank you guys for being patient so that I can handle some business this morning. I am here. Christian 83, thanks for being here, dear. Chipone Luden, thanks for being here. One Cat Store, thanks for being here. Denise Slade, thanks for being here. Siobhan Foster, I see you. Thanks for being here. Lizzie Wheeler, hi. Carla Van Zandt, thanks for being here. Crafting with your flamboyant creator, hi. Mia MJ, thanks for being here. Shanice Darden, Emery, thanks for being here. Hi, Aunt Nettie, I see you. Thanks for being here in the building. Strawberry Taffy, thanks for being here. Gloria Thompson, hi. Who else got? Dear Retalk Show. She's another content creator. You guys check her out on her channel. She has some very good content over there and support. All right. Bernadette Clemens, thanks for being here. I think I said Big Steak, but hello again. Lizzie Wheeler, good morning. Rena Woods, good morning. Good morning. Lisa Bell, good morning. Good morning. Sharon Godbolt, good morning. Barbara Emery Jones, I think I said, but good morning again. Good morning, Rhonda. Good morning, Simple Mom. Good morning, Bernadette Clemens. Good morning, Jamelia Ward. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We all the way to the end of the list. Let's get started, okay? We have some great topics to get into, so let's do it. All right, so we have a Diddy accuser. I know you guys are tired of hearing about Diddy, but we got to get into it because y'all know I've been following this case, and any new developments I like to give to you guys so that we can stay on top of what's going on. So we do have a Diddy accuser who's spoken out, y'all, and some of the stuff that's talked about. Oh my God, it's very juicy. So we're gonna share, honey. We're gonna share and let's talk about it and let's share. All right. Some of y'all mouth gonna hit the floor, child. So hold your chin, girl, so your mouth don't hit the floor with this news. My God, I know y'all can use this news. Let's get into it because it's juicy. So shout out to the Lionel B show, because that's where I saw it. Shout out to one of my subscribers for sending me this as well, because I was like, oh my God, this is tea. So we're going to talk about it and we're going to look at it. All right. So Diddy's accuser, Adria English, is speaking out and spilling some tea on Diddy and other people, child. And Diddy's mama is thrown in there too. Diddy's mama is said to be on some of these damn tapes out there, y'all. I said, let me find out Diddy's mama is on some of these damn tapes. Let's get into this. Woo, child.
Cute story. I'm from California. Prior, I had never been on the East Coast in my entire life. I had never been to Florida. I had never been to New York, nowhere on the East Coast. And a guy I was dating, Anthony Gallo, he's from Cali. We were both from Cali. He got an opportunity. He got scouted by a guy in LA who was a reputable scouting agent. It was initially Wilhelmina Models. And so they gave him the opportunity to come to New York for an audition. When he went out there, he ended up getting a lot of callbacks, but he was back in LA. And they said, well, you're getting all these callbacks, but if you're going to model for real, we need you out here. So he had never been on the East Coast either. So he was like, and at this time, my family had found out that I had did adult movies. Now, mind you, I had an ex-boyfriend, Jake Steed. He was my boyfriend at first, and he manipulated me into the adult film industry. I only did 8 movies in a 6-month period of my life in the year 1999, but those 8 movies in 6 months follow me to this day. And I signed a residual contract, and Jake Steed been collecting all the money. He done put me on Pornhub. I'm everywhere. And they said he hiding out in South America. He been collecting my money the last 20-some years. I'm the one that gave Ray J and Kim Kardashian the connect. If you look at the production team, you can see we have the same production team. You see mine was filmed first. Me, Ray J, Brandy, we all grew up in the same church, Church of Christ. Brother Norwood, their father is my vocal coach. So that's how we already knew each other. But they got famous with theirs because Kim Kardashian had a little bigger of a name because of her dad. So when Anthony got scouted, we ended up my family had found some member of our church, my church from 9 years old had found out I did adult movies. They brought it to the minister, who brought it to my parents. And when I came home from work, I was working as a telemetry technician in the critical care unit at Hoag Hospital in Newport Beach. And when I came home from my shift, my parents had it on the big screen.
Wow.
Me with a it in my mouth.
No. Your parents had that on there?
The valedictorian, literally. The sheltered one from the suburbs who had never even had sex before in their knowledge. You know, the innocent one, their love child on the big screen with it. So when I shame my family like that.
What was that like, walking into there and seeing that on the screen?
It was the worst day of my life. I still feel the memory, and it haunts me the same way Diddy haunts me to this day. I can still remember the way I felt, how my parents looked at me, you know. And then so when Anthony got the opportunity to move to New York, I was like, man, hell yeah, because I did the movies in 99, but they didn't find out until 2004. And that was the same time Anthony got asked to move to New York. So I said, man, I'm going with you. And then when we got out there, Anthony was going to go see whatever. He ended up getting an audition with Ford Models, and then Ford signed him. That was Cassie Ventura's same agency. And so we were from Cali, and we had an apartment in the middle of Manhattan. So all the models in between their go-sees and their auditions would come hang out at our apartment. And we had the weed, and that's when weed was hella illegal. So we was from Cali, we had the weed. Anthony looked good. I was working at Larry Flynt's Hustler Club, so I was already the hottest stripper because Manhattan is only 11 miles, about 13 miles. I'm from Cali, the West Coast. All the East Coast people grew up together. They don't know me and Anthony like that, so they're intrigued. I look good, he look good. It's 20 years earlier.
Shout out to Lionel B. Show. Shout out to Lionel B. Show.
Earlier, I'm 46 right now. I'll be 47 in January. So imagine me in my 20s, you know what I'm saying? Body was extra banging, and even now, everything's real, butt real, lips real, nose real. I've never had a million behind me, so just imagine that.
So tell us a little bit more about how you guys actually got into doing these Diddy parties and him propositioning your dude.
Anthony is signed to Ford Models. Cassie is coming over to our apartment, hanging out. We're all friends. We actually started.
Oh, you was hanging out with Cassie?
Yeah, she would come over our apartment too, because her and Anthony were both signed to Ford Models. We were convenient right there in the middle of the city. So in between your auditions, your casting, you would come smoke weed and hang out at the bomb couple from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? We had the doorman building. We was popping. And
if you didn't see it on the news last night, listen up.
Ooh,
there's a new 2024 Safe Driver subsidy.
So so we all had our own private stories of because you know, East Coast music was a soundtrack to our lives, you know, from the West Coast. Like, we was fans of everybody: Mary J. Blige, Biggie, 112, Craig Mack, Mace, you know, Black Rob, you know, Young Dirty Money, Diddy, you know, everybody, you know. Lil Kim, shout out to Lil Kim. I got to meet her with T-Pain. She's very nice. She was very nice to me. So when we got there, we all had our own when me and Anthony got there, we had our own vision of what we would do if we ever met these certain people, Jay-Z, Diddy, and all that. And then Cassie did too. Her and Anthony were inspiring models. And Cassie wanted to sing and stuff. Anthony, he just more wanted to model, smoke weed, look good, get his dick sucked type shit. Cassie, she wanted to model, but she wanted to sing. She wanted to be an entertainer. And so we all had dreams to meet Diddy. So then Fast forward, Anthony ends up getting called to audition for Diddy for the Sean John campaign. So he never invites me along to his auditions or his go-sees, but this particular day he invited me because he knew I was a fan. Like, he knew I was gonna be mad he went to the damn thing and you didn't take me, you know what I mean? Because I wanted to meet people and stuff. I was already a dancer, I was already moving and shaking, I already had a gang of athletes and whatever, but the music industry, because I rap and sing, that's where I wanted to get into. So long story short, we sitting in the waiting room, and one of his homeboys that frequents our apartment comes out of the thing, and he's looking mellow mad, like, shh. And so low key, me and Anthony laughing. We like, he must not have booked it. Like, he's salty. Like, we laughing to each other, like, you know. And then they called him, and then when they called him, I'm like, yeah, you got this, my nigga. Like, you know, I'm dapping on you. And then that's when 2A Pages was out. So when they called, I flipped my 2A up. So I'm on my 2A lining up some money for later on. All of a sudden, I just hear, man, fuck that. And the door that flew up, and it was, I'm like, what? And like, Anthony is a very good looking guy. His mother is, African American Black lady, and his father is an Italian man. And actually, the wine, Gallo wine, that's his family. And allegedly, his dad got like basically shunned from his family for choosing up on a Black woman. And he went on to have a few kids, and all of them are boys, and they're all very good looking guys. But his dad chose to be poor to follow his heart and be with a Black woman. And so allegedly, his dad still to this day rides a bike in Northern California. He's from Northern California. He had moved down to LA. And so even though he was a good looking guy mixed with Black and Italian, he wasn't no punk. Like, it wasn't no gay in him. It wasn't no, bitch in him. Like, he was like a thug, but he a pretty boy. So like, I guess they underestimated him, thinking that because he was so good looking that he go that way.
Again, shout out to the Lionel B Show. Shout out to the Lionel B Show.
So he was more than offended. He was on some gangster shit. Like, he got me fucked up. So when we were in the elevator, I was like, "Man, what happened?" He was like, "Man," he gave me a look like, "Man, shut the." And I was like, "All right," because it was people in the elevator. So I was like, "All right." So when we got, out the elevator, I'm like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Why are you tripping?" He was like, "Man, nigga asked me to suck his dick." I said, "Who asked you to suck his dick?" He said, "Puffy." We was calling Puffy back then. Puff. And I said, "No, he didn't." And it broke my heart, broke an arm. And I was like, "Nah." And he was like, he asked me to suck his dick. I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Well, then I see why, you know what I mean? For sure. Like, it's a wrap. That he's like, "I don't need that job that fucking bad." So I was like, "For sure." You know what I mean? We got in the cab, we went back to our apartment. Wow. His homeboy ended up coming through, we smoked blunts, we laughed at it. We was like, that, you know what I mean? But then because I was a dancer, I'm also in the regular go-go club scene. And I ran into Tamiko Thomas, who ended up being, I call her a handler, one of Diddy's handlers, wranglers. And she approached me with opportunity to help me and Anthony out. If I dance at Diddy's white parties, Anthony can go ahead and book the campaign. I agreed to dance at the white parties. Anthony booked the Sean John campaign. He was everywhere. He was on billboards, buses, bus stops, cabs, in the magazine, all at the same damn time. He was everywhere. But right now, if you go and try to Google any one picture of that Sean John campaign, Diddy done scrubbed it all. I can't even hardly find a picture.
Now, did Diddy remember him whenever he eventually got that gig? Was he like, "Oh yeah, I remember you"?
Yeah, because when he booked it, after they had like a lounge party where it was like a celebration, like, "Hey, the new campaign, let's all," and it was a very small lounge, like only the models was there, the creative director, the photographer, Diddy, a couple other people, and that's it. And so he went over it. So it was kind of like, "Thank you for letting your girl work my parties." You know what I mean? You came out great, my nigga. He didn't say my nigga. He said, what did he say? You came out great, my guy. You're killing it, baby. You killing it. You know what I mean? So he basically tried to like go over the fact that he had asked him to suck his, because he tried him and he didn't fall for it. So he felt stupid. He didn't know he was that thug.
So what was your reaction to that? I know you both you guys were upset, but were you thinking like, "Damn, ain't no Diddy was like this"? Were you guys shocked?
I was, because I had been an ex, friend star, and I was currently an exotic dancer. For me, it was regular scheduled programming. Like, it's just what rich people with money do. Like, he tried it. He wanted to see, you know what I mean? To me, it was more funny, but Anthony took more offense. Like, no, like, he got me fucked up. So I had let it go. I was over it. But when they asked me to work the parties, I was like, hell yeah, I would have did that shit down there for free. You know what I mean? Just for the networking. I was a groupie at that point. And I didn't realize how pretty I was. I didn't realize they looked at me like that. And I extra didn't know that Diddy had gotten word of my former career in the adult entertainment industry that I was manipulated into by an ex-boyfriend that I only did for 6 months out of my life, that I wasn't trying. I didn't have aspirations to be a P star, none of that. I got manipulated into it so somebody could basically get my residuals and be basically caking off of me the last 20 plus years. I was very sheltered, naive. My parents are from LA, and so they raised me in the suburbs because they didn't want me to experience anything they saw growing up in the hood.
Yeah.
And so when I went to Long Beach State and they put me in the co-ed dorms, to the left were the athletes and to the right were the girls who were stripping to get through school because they were all from LA, Compton, and Long Beach. I'm from Chino, California, a little nerdy girl with valedictorian. So when they were stripping to get through college, I kicked it with them. And that's how I ended up with Jake Steed. And he saw the innocence and naiveness in me. He got me to do their movies. And then when Diddy found out about it, they used that against me. And then he viewed me as somebody that was sexually exploited, worthy. And yeah. And he played on my heart. It's called coercion of the heart. When I told him that I rap and I sang, and he said I was dope. And he said he was going to bring me and I had a girl group out. Like, I'm the Beyonce of my group. They even told you that I was the dopest one.
Child. Something wrong with his video. Let's see. That sounds like something Diddy would do, y'all, don't it? His video messing up. Let's pause it. Let's see. Let's refresh it.
Do you have a car? And do you have a clean driving record? Did you know you could pay as low?
The baby. As soon as he had adolescent, he resembled his dad. So she started him. She's the one that picked his head up initially. That's why. Allegedly. I might be talking too much.
Nah, go ahead. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. We loving this. We loving this.
Yeah. Auntie has been claiming to be his mom this whole time. She's the one with the white nails. That's why he has that fetish. She's been picking him since he was adolescent because his daddy got killed when he was a baby. As soon as he had adolescent, he resembled his dad. So she started picking him. She's the one that picked his head up initially. That's why. Allegedly. I might be talking too much.
Nah, go ahead. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
This girl said that Diddy's mama was sleeping with him and messed his head up. That's why he is the way he is. I noticed, and I told y'all before, that their interaction was kind of weird, how he be kissing her in the mouth and how he be kind of staring into her eyes like he would do one of his women. Weird. But y'all know she was also said to be allegedly a handler and would tell the girls that she, was auditioning them to be models, and they would get there and they would be doing sex work, allegedly. Okay. This is crazy.
Yeah, we loving this. We loving this.
Cray.
Yeah, but allegedly that's why he took Kim Porter out, because he has sex with his daughters, allegedly. The twins. The whole family has sex. The same girl I was telling you about, that the Jane Doe, the 11 and 14-year-olds, the same girl he made strap Justin Bieber down, and she had to strap him down while Diddy and two of his sons took turns, and she had to sit there and watch. And Justin Bieber was crying and begging to be let up. And when she went to unloosen him, Diddy socked her in the face in front of Justin Bieber. So we trying to get with Justin because he would cooperate. Allegedly, Justin, get at me, Justin. We be confidential. We ain't got to tell the press, nobody. Holler at me, Justin. I'll put y'all together. She was there, you was there. I was already out of it. She told me that story, but Justin, I got you.
Yeah. Also, you saying,
oh, child. Okay, we got to stop it because we can only share but so much of this. Okay, I just wanted you guys to see it, first of all, about his mom, about Diddy's mom. Okay, and then with her pretty much telling her story and how she got in contact with Diddy. Okay. I said, OMG, y'all. This shit is so, oh my God. All right. So if you guys want to watch this in its entirety, again, shout out to, hold on. Again, shout out to the Lionel B show. You can go over and pull up the video where it says Diddy Accuser exposes A-list celebrities and his mom, and they're caught on tape. So y'all can go and watch that in its entirety because we can only share a certain amount of his content. Okay. So yeah, that's why I kind of skipped it ahead so we can see the part about Diddy's mom. But it says this girl is saying that Diddy's mom was being sexual with him, which screwed his mind up because they said that Diddy looked exactly like Diddy's dad. And y'all know Diddy's dad was unalived by some street dudes, and Diddy's mom never told Diddy. And Diddy had to find out in the library that his father was taken out because his mama lied to him about what happened to his dad. So that is why Diddy for a long time was mad with his mom for lying to him about, one, who his dad was and how his dad passed away. Okay. So it's like she took on the role of, y'all know how the mothers kind of have that weird relationship with their sons to where they kind of go, over the boundaries and start doing sexual things and inappropriate things with their son. That's what she's trying to say was going on here with Diddy and his mom. It's weird because she was saying that Mama Combs had the white nails, which is what Diddy required all of his women who participated in the FOs to do, to paint their nails white. Okay. We saw it with Cassie. We saw it with Carisha, aka Young Miami. We saw it with Steve Harvey's daughter. What's the child? What's the girl name? Something Harvey child. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But anyway, all the girls that Diddy messed with, okay, had to wear the white nails, and Diddy's mama was not an exception to the rule. So, oh my God, y'all go back and watch the rest of it. Your mouth is going to hit the floor. So I don't believe this girl is lying about anything that she is saying, because she knows too much inside stuff. There's no way you can make stuff like that up. Okay, she knows the situation with Justin Bieber when he was violated. And Justin Bieber, y'all know for a long time he was acting real crazy and real standoffish, and he literally almost lost his mind until he started back going to church because of things that was done to him at Diddy parties. Okay, so oh my God. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Go back and finish watching at your leisure. We're going to move on to our next topic though. Okay, that's some sick shit. I'm sorry. All right, so moving on here to where Bill Bellamy, while we're talking about Diddy, Bill Bellamy is speaking about how Hollywood has become a ghost town since Diddy's incarceration, and says that people are kind of running scared that some tapes are being released. A lot of celebrities are nervous about tapes being released and them being on said tapes, FO tapes to be exact. Okay, let's get into what Bill Bellamy has to say.
Okay, so Bill, let's talk real quick. Okay, I'm curious about we ask everybody who sits down.
Yes.
First question out of everybody's mouth, we got to ask. You've been to a Diddy party?
Nah.
Damn, you didn't get an invite?
I feel real good. God has blessed me. You know, a lot of people can't stand on business right now. Right. You know, I can stand on the whole business. Yeah. But boy, there's some people right now that are shook. Let me tell you right now, Hollywood quiet. Bro.
I know it.
Bro, it's ghost town in Hollywood. People trying to get their alibis together. It's about to go down. Them tapes about to drop.
Hold on a second, Bill.
He's been saying that for weeks.
No, because
Hollywood is so quiet.
They have to be scared. Let me tell you what I'm sad
Terrified.
for. Okay, the fact that you think you partying with another celeb and we all good, right? That's what everybody probably thinking. Yep. You get to keep your secrets, and this dude just sat up there and taped everything.
Yo, but this is a thing that I'm taking it one more step further, right? It's one thing to go to a party and know what you did. Yo, there's people that don't know what happened.
Yeah.
So now you like, what? Wait a minute. Was you with me? Was you?
Yeah,
wait a minute.
That's true.
It's crazy.
Because now you don't know what you did, and then you get the phone call because Cass is getting the phone calls.
They're getting
right
the phone calls now.
Federal Bureau of Investigations.
Right.
Pull up at 2:00.
Oh, no. Look, everybody that's on the investigation, they getting the package at the door.
Yo,
look, it's a red phone. You got the answer.
Listen to me clearly, right? It's interesting right now to me that everybody thought Cat Williams was crazy. He's a prophet.
Oh, I know.
Cat Williams is a prophet. He forced source. I don't know. Somebody gave him some eyewitness news. He said he dropped it and walked away.
Left.
And boom, it wasn't even 6 weeks later.
Okay, but hold on a second, Bill. This is what everybody kept saying. When you think about it, that was the beginning of 2024, right? Think about it. He did that. When was that interview? Like January?
Roughly.
Yeah.
And you're right. We haven't heard from him. And people said that 2024 was the year of reveal. What do you guys think 2025 is going to be?
The year of jail. Man, all the concerts gonna be in jail.
Yeah,
man, I'm going in there to see Tory. I'm going in to see people.
I'm going in to see Diddy.
Everybody gonna be in there.
Dirt.
I'm gonna see Dirt.
God.
Hey man, it's gonna be the best concerts in jail. Man, I'm about to go to Folsom Prison, man. They got I'm getting VIP. I'm in the yard.
It's gonna be like, yo, there's so much talent upstate right now.
What?
It's full of it.
Bro, I'm telling you, that's the only way you're gonna see somebody is in jail.
Okay, so Bill, let's talk real quick. Okay, I'm curious about.
He is funny as hell. If you guys have not had a chance to check him out, he had a Netflix special a little bit back, and it was funny. Bill Bellamy is funny. If you guys have not seen his stand-up comedy, Bill Bellamy is funny. Y'all are missing out. I love me some Bill Bellamy. All right, but he's telling the truth. There's a lot of people, other celebrities have said since Diddy's been locked up, it's really been like kind of dead out in those streets. Ain't shit popping, ain't nothing going on since Diddy's been been locked up, because he, was pretty much throwing the biggest party that they've ever been to. So, and stuff was going on at these parties that shouldn't have been going on. Unfortunately for them, all these things were being videoed unbeknownst to them, because there were a lot of hidden cameras that were in a lot of these rooms that some of these FOs and inappropriate behaviors were happening. Now, these people going and getting high and going in these rooms and doing stuff with people that they didn't even know they were doing, and doing things they didn't know that they were doing. And now these things are on tape and they're scared. Like, oh my God, I don't know what could be on the tape that I might have done that I didn't even know was doing, that I was doing. That's a sticky place to be in, my God. So, anybody's been to a Diddy party, I know they're shaking in their boots right now. Let's move on, child. Let's move on. All right, let's get into some political stuff. Let's share first before we talk about it. Child. Ain't nobody in my chat been to no damn Diddy parties, have you? Do we need to point our hand towards you and pray for y'all this morning, child? Because listen, if y'all been to a Diddy party, I don't know what to tell you, baby. Your video might be getting put out there. All right, if you've been to a Diddy party. But nobody, y'all don't want to talk about it. I get it. Let's move on, child. Federal judge rules against Biden's program for immigrants. I'm sounding like Tisha, child. Immigrant spouses, okay? Let me put my glasses on, child, so we can read real good in here, honey. There's a lot of changes going on since Trump has won the presidency, y'all. Okay, we about to get into it. I got, Lord, it's a lot. All right, so everything that Biden's been trying to do, they've been shooting it down, child. So this says on Thursday, a federal judge ruled against President Joe Biden's immigration program. Now, this program was designed to provide unauthorized immigrants who are married to American citizens with legal status and streamlined path to U.S. citizenship. However, it has now been declared illegal. Now, all these Latinos who voted for Trump, this is what you guys are going to be facing. Y'all got some more stuff too, okay? Because ain't nobody tell y'all to do that shit. You should have voted for Kamala. Should have voted blue. Y'all out here voting for Trump's ass, and he already told you what he was going to do prior to your ass is voting for him. So I can't even feel sorry for you, but it says that the judge, Honey Campbell Barker, a U.S. District Court judge appointed by President Donald Trump, found that the program violates U.S. immigration law. It says that his decision aligns with a lawsuit filed by Texas and 15 other Republican-led states. Now, according to CBS News, the ruling is a major defeat for the ongoing Biden administration, which argued the policy known as keeping families together, promoted by family unity among mixed status households. Now, when it is announced earlier this year, officials says that roughly 500,000 undocumented immigrants were likely eligible for the program. Okay. So they doing everything to keep them up out of here, honey. They about to break that thing on up. So, yep, Latinos that voted for Trump, baby. I don't know what to tell you, because now he trying to get y'all asses out of here. Now he don't want y'all to be here, okay? Yeah, Trump said, honey, in his Deborah Cox voice, how did y'all get here? Because y'all weren't supposed to be here. And let me help y'all get the hell up out of here, okay? Yeah. Ooh, child. What y'all think about that? Let's move on to the next thing that's going on that Trump is behind. See, Trump, child, Trump. Anybody vote for his ass, you get whatever you deserve. All right, I voted blue. Okay, if you voted red, let's get on to this bullshit right here. All right. Now it says that following Trump's election victory, New York City mayor announced that he's ending food vouchers for illegals. Now, migrants will no longer receive $350 a week for food and baby supplies. Let's get into that.
The city will no longer issue vouchers to migrants to pay for food, ending a controversial program that had repeatedly come under attack by conservatives and others.
This pilot program in New York City, drenched in both humanity and controversy, distributed debit cards to migrant families staying in city-funded hotels and allowing them to buy their own food. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Onier following the breaking news for us. Josh?
Bill, it's a program that, as you say, generated plenty of controversy, but now its absence may raise even more questions. The so-called Immediate Response Cards pilot program was designed to help feed migrant families who'd found themselves in New York with no way to afford food. The one-year contract provided what the city described as culturally relevant food to 2,600 migrant families, allowing them to basically buy what they wanted. A family of four with two kids under 5 got about $350 per week to cover food in a program the city said would actually save taxpayers millions a year. It also reduced food waste. You may remember the food the city had been providing in migrant shelters was seen as not culturally sensitive to the needs of some migrant groups, and it ended up just going to waste. For more than a year, the city was groaning under the weight of more than 200,000 asylum seekers. Officials say the migrant population has actually reduced lately. In fact, a massive shelter on Roosevelt Island is in the process of closing. In the meantime, Mayor Adams spoke on the phone yesterday with President-elect Donald Trump, who had vowed during his campaign to mass deport migrants. Aside from congratulating him on his win, though, Adams today would not say what they discussed.
That the city will know.
What y'all think about that? Now, this is my problem because we have so many people who are American citizens, okay, who are homeless, who do not have food, who cannot provide food for their families, but you are providing $350 a week in food and baby supplies for illegal immigrants. I don't understand that shit at all, okay? I don't understand that at all. Whoever approved that, I just don't get it. Why send the money outside and help others when your people right here in the U.S. don't have the means to do what they need to do? We have starving families. We have mothers, single mothers who are working job after job in order to put food on the table, but you're giving illegal immigrants $350 a week. You can get a whole lot of food if you shop right with $350 a week. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. And then those people come over here, illegal immigrants come over here and commit crimes and everything else, and they feel like they are above people who are American citizens over here. It's not fair that they get better benefits than people who are working citizens in the U.S. That's not cool. And we're not even going to talk about people who served in the military, who don't even get the necessary help that they need, but then you skip over them and they serve the country in order to give $350 and help, period, to people who are illegal immigrants. That's not cool. I just don't agree with that. I don't agree with it. And I don't even like to speak politics, but on this, I had to definitely talk about this shit because it's not cool. If you serve my country and you're struggling, you should be the first person that is helped over an illegal immigrant. I'm sorry. That's just how that shit should work. But unfortunately, they don't see it that way. Now, they're saying that New York City has decided to stop giving food vouchers to migrants who are staying in city-funded hotels. It says that this decision ends a program that has faced criticism for some groups. Now, the program started last year and gave prepaid debit cards to migrant families, allowing them to buy their own food. It says that the city said that it was cheaper than buying and delivering boxed meals, which some migrants didn't want to eat. Now, how you gonna come over here and you ain't got no damn food and I don't want to eat that? Nigga, if you hungry, you better eat whatever you can damn eat. You don't want a boxed meal. Now, you ain't hungry enough, because a person who is hungry enough, you don't give a damn where the food is damn coming from. You don't care if it's a boxed meal. You gonna eat that shit. So how you get to have all these options when you, first of all, illegal, and second of all, you hungry? How does that work for you? Okay. It says that over the past few months that the program has given out 3.2 million in debit cards to about 2,600 families. Now, each family of 4 received about $350 a week to buy food and baby supplies. 3.2 million could have gone to veterans. I'm sorry. We got a lot of veterans out there who need help. That could have went towards veterans. That could have gone towards American citizens who are currently struggling. That could have gone towards people who are sleeping on sidewalks in our country. who's supposed to be here, who just, fell down on their luck somewhere down the line. But you're putting these people in what they call hotels, funded hotels. But you can't do that for our people sleeping on sidewalks and feed them. But illegal immigrants get treated better than people who are American citizens. That's not cool. That's not cool. Why you didn't get one of them prepaid debit cards to a man laying on the sidewalk who really supposed to be here? Why you didn't put them in a hotel? Let's continue. The company, Mokai Phi, was hired to manage the program, but the city will not renew its contract when it ends. Says that the mayor's office didn't give a clear reason for ending the program, that the announcement of this decision came just one day after Trump's re-election. Of course, that's what his plan was from day freaking one. Now, city comptroller Brad Lander also took away the city's ability to make emergency contracts to migrant services. It says that currently around 700 asylum seekers are arriving in the city each week, while about 1,000 are leaving. Okay, y'all see that? So they're cutting that shit up out of there. All right, somebody said 1,400 in food stamps should be for American citizens. I agree. Another person here says that $350 for migrants is crazy when legal citizens are hungry and homeless, and is. Say, who agreed to initiate this? Somebody need to be speaking up. It says that our homeless and vets, like I just said, should be the first getting these types of benefits, and should. Yes, people are outraged in these damn comments about that. You got people who are working 40 hours a week and still cannot provide food on the table. But you skip over these people to give to people who should not be here. That's not cool. That's not cool. And I get it. We are our brother's keepers, but charity begins where? At home. And then it spreads abroad. Ain't that what the word say? Ain't that what the good word? Charity begins at home. Then we help. Make sure home is taken care of. Okay? I ain't about to be sitting there with a white mouth and going there and cook a big pot of soup and take it out there to the man on the street. And I ain't got shit in my house. I got to eat first. Then what's left over? If I got extra, then. That's the problem I have with our people, Lord. Let's continue. Cynthia Bailey, honey, is blasting Real Housewives of Atlanta producers and saying that they put her up to come for Phaedra Parks on Real Housewives of Atlanta when that whole Mr. Chocolate situation was revealed. Okay, so y'all know production is very much so messy as hell. Production put Destiny up to come for Melody. Destiny, the reason that Destiny's been fighting hard against Melody, I was reading up on something where they're saying that production be initiating these confrontations because they want, of course, to boost ratings. Okay, in this situation with Cynthia Bailey, she's saying that production put her up to it to come for Phaedra. Now, she and Phaedra are fine, but they created a situation between she and Phaedra for ratings, okay, which made things very tense between Phaedra and Cynthia. They were arguing back and forth. Child had words, real nasty words against each other at the damn reunion. Now, the reason why Destiny is fighting so hard against, and I'm flip-flopping, so y'all follow me. The reason why Destiny is fighting so hard against Melody Cherie is because, one, Melody is the star of the show. Two, Destiny has to prove herself coming back because Carlos have told her, bitch, you better get in there and you better kowtow. You better step and fetch. If I'm bringing your ass back, you giving us this storyline, but bitch, you better run it. You better run me my money. You better make this storyline work. Destiny knew prior to being on Love and Marriage Huntsville, coming back, that this Sonny and Moses storyline had to work because Carlos King had no other recourse. So she is doing everything in her power, even coming from Melody Cherie, making up lies about respectful cheating, and even that's why she did it. I'm sorry. I love you. I didn't want to do that. She didn't want to do it, but Carlos King and production and the powers that be over there at Kingdom Reigns Entertainment and own, promote, and orchestrate bullshit for ratings. It doesn't matter how they feel. It doesn't matter how you put out people's business. It don't matter the outcome. They want ratings. Ratings bring money. Money is going to Carlos King pockets, but his cast members are being paid pennies. Look where Carlos live and look where Tisha live. Okay? Tisha live across the street from a gas station with holes in her wall, no plug outlets, okay? Cars being repossessed. All right? Every car that go by, every moped that go by, she can hear it. Carlos King lives in a gated community in a mansion. Carlos King bought Erica Mena and Safari Samuel's house in Atlanta, Georgia for $2 million. Where the money going? Where the money going? Y'all keep being pimped out for pennies if you want to on national television looking stupid. And Carlos is lining his pockets with the toxicity of Black women, Black families, period. Yeah. Let's get into Cynthia Bailey. It says that Cynthia Bailey recalls producers telling her to bring up Phaedra Parks' alleged lover, Mr. Chocolate, on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's get into it.
All right. This was like one of the worst filming experiences of my life. My castmate at the time, Phaedra Parks, she and her husband Apollo were going through like all kind of craziness in their marriage. Apollo was good friends with my husband, Peter. Apollo told Peter that Phaedra was cheating on him with a guy named Mr. Chocolate. You can't make this stuff up. And then, of course, the producers were like, well, you have to tell the girls. So I'm like, oh, my God.
I mean, I could just put it on the table, but if we're not really going to put it on the table, then it is what it is.
I'm like so stressed out about it. I don't like it.
Let me just go ahead and put everything on the table.
I'm literally praying for like a power outage. Anything to happen so I don't have to say this. I'm getting like text on my phone and people in the corner with the teleprompter like, drop the bomb, drop the bomb, drop the bomb. Bring up Mr. Chocolate.
Y'all see that? Cynthia said, I don't want to do this shit. Production is texting her, do it now, drop the bomb now. They don't give a fuck about what happens after that. They want the ratings. They're like, bitch, look at the cameras right there. And they, bitch, you better tell it now.
So finally, I'm like, so,
Peter told me that he found out that you were dating some guy.
She was so pissed.
And who was again? The man that you've been sleeping with. Oh, no.
I don't like bringing bad news to people.
You don't want to know the truth. The truth is you go around calling everybody you the biggest whore here.
I don't like bringing hurtful things to people, but unfortunately on a reality show, we have to talk about it. And that's just how it works. All right.
Somebody was asking, was Carlos King producer during that time? I think he was during that time. I think he might have been producer during that time. I got to go back and check. I don't want to misspeak on that. I think he was, though. But y'all know during the time that Carlos King was producer over there at Bravo, a lot of fights and stuff were going on. And I think that Bravo did not want to continue to keep taking chances of being sued by somebody being hurt over altercation. So they got rid of Carlos. Carlos was doing a lot of love and hip hop bullshit over there on Bravo. Okay. Yes, he was. Now he's trying to orchestrate the same thing over here on Destiny jumping up with chairs. Y'all see it? When her and Stormy almost fought. Now Destiny jumping up trying to fight Mel on the girls' trip. That is giving real love and hip hopish. That's real love and hip hop behavior. But as you guys can see how production works, they're steady texting her because she was like, it was brought to my attention. She didn't want to do it because she and Phaedra were cool. But production said, you know what the agreement is? They texting her, telling her, drop the bomb now. Say it now. We get this tea out there now. We need this. We counting on you to put this out. She didn't want to do that shit. She didn't want to do it. It was also on the teleprompter, as you guys can see. So she was put into a difficult situation, and that's how reality TV works. Okay? You could be cool with a person, but if they want ratings, and that's why everybody goes after Melody Cherie. Notice on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay? And that's what happens on every reality show. Real Housewives of Atlanta, whoever the star of the show is, they're going to come for that person. They're going to come for that person. Okay? So, hey, it is what it is. So, Cynthia put it out there that that's what production does and that they put her up to bringing that Mr. Chocolate situation out on Phaedra, which almost got your damn teeth knocked out because Phaedra's ready to fight, baby, after that shit. Because y'all know her and Apollo was already going through it, baby. But yeah, that's how that works, honey. That's how that works. Production is messy as hell. Messy as hell. Okay, let's move on. We talked about this person already. I think this week, Waka Flocka Flame, who was out here trying to talk about he support Trump and speaking so loud for Trump, and his ass never in life ever voted. But saying his voice is louder than his vote. Absolutely not. If you don't vote, you don't have a fucking voice. But now it's brought to my attention, and he's been canceled, child. Let's get into it. When you start running your mouth out here, now you done effed up your money. Let's get into it, honey. Let's get into it, honey. Okay. All right, so as you guys can see, it says that a Washington, D.C. liquor store has canceled Waka Flocka's meet and greet, seemingly due to his support for Donald Trump, okay? People are not feeling that. As you guys can see, he had a meet and greet where he was going to make a little money, going to make a little change. He ain't really doing too much right now anyway. So any little gig that he can get to put a little money in his pocket, child, that's what he's out here trying to do. But they canceled his ass, okay? They said November the 8th, which is what, today? Yep. They canceled on his ass, okay? It says that I love and support my community first and foremost. It says that I am not a huge political or music person. It says, and I truly had no idea about the views of Waka Flocka Flame, nor do I share his views. It says that my community has spoken and the event for tomorrow has been canceled. So that's what your ass get, Waka Flocka, for out here running your damn mouth talking about you support Trump 100%, and you free to support who you support, but understand other people are not going to support you because of your connection to him. If they don't fuck with him, they don't fuck with you. All right, period. So you done effed up your own money on that, sir. So they done canceled your ass. As you guys can see, that is the flyer. They have put the meet and greet has been canceled. So there's your money right there for running your damn mouth, mister. Your voice is louder than your vote, the one that you never made. As you guys can see, there he go right there, child. There he go right there. His mama, Deb Anthony, like I told y'all, she's a huge Trump supporter as well. Okay. So there you go. There you go. So there's your money, child. There's your money out the door. All right. So let's get into the next topic. We're breezing, huh? We're breezing. All right. So they say that we don't want him here in DMV. Okay, child. That's why Tammy left your ass probably. Tammy's like, fuck you, dude. Tammy done moved on, got her fine man, child. I say, oh, you better go out here and do it, child. All right, so Shannon Sharpe, honey, explains why he chooses not to spend the night at women's houses, child. Now, after that last little situation of you over there, with Michelle over there, Michelle. Oh my Lord, Michelle. Y'all know he was over there getting it in with Michelle. I don't know who Michelle ass was, but baby, he was putting it down on Michelle when he said that he made a mistake and went live on Instagram. I don't know how you do make a mistake and do that, because you got several buttons you got to click in order to do it. But he was trying to say that that he made a mistake, child, and went live, and people trying to tell him, baby, you live, you over there being loud over there while you up in them guts. And you need to cut your phone off over there. So everybody heard you over there. That's how his ass was sounding. I was like, what the hell? What the hell going on over there, child? What? He was breathing like that, y'all. And oh, Michelle. Oh, Michelle. Oh, Michelle. I said, damn, what the hell am I listening to right here, child? Let me turn this shit off. So let's get into this, child, where he talks about why he don't sleep at women's house.
A robe on. She said, well, come on back here. I want to talk to you. I told my homeboy, I said, Bucket, he got a Jet. He grabbed a Jet magazine. So we about 5 minutes in. I done took my necklace off and set my, bracelet, something rolling. I got a diamond rolling. I done took that off. By this time, I see the door handle turning. I said to my homeboy, no, I ain't on no Amtrak stuff. I don't even know what's going on. So by this time, the door swing open. Dude got that chopper. I said, Lord have mercy. I said, my man, this your people? He said, yeah, 2 years. I said, oh, Lord. He said, my man, you? I said, yeah, I'm him. He said, I thought so. I said, my man, my bad. I said, my bad. I said, bro, I ain't know. I put my shirt back on. He got me shook now, Carlos, because but I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I said, but damn, my homeboy, I ain't let him get the drop on me. His partner had the sawed off on him. So that's why he ain't tell me nothing. I didn't know this till later. One came in through the front, the other came in through the back. Oh, man. So check this out. We leaving. I said, God dang, man, I left my watch and my bracelet. He said, man, forget that. I said, whatever. Better stop this mofo. I'm finna go get that. Yeah. I went right back, opened the door. I said, well, man, let me get that watch and bracelet off the dresser. He said, here you go. He handed it to me. So we pull it off. They get to fighting. She run out the house, robe tore. Don't leave me, don't leave me. She jumped in the truck with us and left. I said, now, that's Carlos, that was the second time. The first time I had just got drafted.
Damn, Shannon got the WAP and the watch. I know that shit right.
It came back, and I didn't want to drive all the way home because I didn't want to wake my grandmother up because she's going to be panicked because she didn't know I would have been coming home. So I asked her, I said, you seen anybody? No. I said, you mind if I spend the night? No. I could have just took my tail to La Quinta, spent that little $50, but you know.
See?
But anyway, man, I'm laying there, Carlos. I'm like this here. You ever lay somewhere? You ever had the like sleep paralysis? You can hear things, but you can't move.
Yeah, absolutely.
After a while, I hear people arguing. And it's getting louder and louder. After a while, boom, the door fly off the hinges. So you know, hey, I just got drafted in the NFL. I'm 6'2". I'm 21 years old, and I'm prime, athletic. I jump up like what it is, and then I look at it. Oh Lord, he got some body on his resume. I know who he is. I said, man, he said, Sharpe, man, bro, I'm so proud of you, man. I'll be telling the homies, I know you, man. I'm proud. Congratulations, man. I used to watch you at Savannah State. He's like, I said, bro, I said, I ain't know. He said, Sharpe, I ain't got no problem with you. He said, but I'm tired of this beat lying. I'm putting my shoes on. I say, me too. So that was that last time when the dude pulled a chop on me, that was 93. I have not closed my eyes at a woman's house since.
I don't blame you.
I said, and people talk about, oh, what you mean? Oh, if a dog bites you, the likelihood of you going to buy a dog is not very likely because you have a traumatic experience with said situation. Nah, dude don't walk over me a chopper. Dude got bodies on the resume, kick the door in, and you think I'm supposed to just like go over there and they just like.
You don't understand that you just got drafted.
Yeah.
Anywhere that you would have took her that was yours, she was gonna be impressed. You could have had a 1-bedroom condo downtown.
I ain't have no place though. I was in college. I'm sleeping in the dorm. We can't have nobody in the dorm. And I don't know how it is now, but
you're an athlete. When you start listening to them people?
Oh no. I follow the rules, Carlos. Because they'd kick you out, they'd kick me out of school.
No, they wouldn't. You the only one going to the NFL on the whole team.
Man, Carlos, I'm telling you.
I get what Shannon is saying. He won't about to F up his chances and get into no trouble trying to bring no girl to his room. I get that, okay? But you had a little change. Why you just didn't go to a hotel? That's what I would have done. I would have gone to a hotel. You risk the chance of somebody kicking the damn door in or somebody who, one of her sneaky links popping up when you up over there. So I would have just, spend a little money. Like you said, go to the La Quinta, Red Roof Inn, wherever you want to go, Motel 6, whatever you like, and spend your little money and get your little honey and get on up out of there. I would have been on her damn sheets. I know that shit.
Bro, you Shannon Sharpe.
I know.
You the star player. You think you finna get kicked off the team for having a woman in there?
I would have. Because they're going to make an example out of me. And second of all, my brother Sterling Sharpe. So I don't want to do anything that's going to bring shame or disappointment to him. And I'm Mary Porter's grandson. So I always factor that in. Because before that, now you're absolutely right. I'd have been a little bit more reckless.
My grandma would have been so proud of me. Yeah, my grandson down there getting all the hope.
No.
Yeah, he running through them.
Got a robe on. She said, well, come on back here. Let me talk to you. I told my homeboy, I said, buddy, he got a jet. He grabbed a Jet magazine.
Child, what y'all think about that, child? Oh, Lord. Y'all got to watch these sneaky links out here, child. They will set you up and get you in a bind out here, all right? They'll get you in a bind. That go for anybody else, and that go for now, too. If you dating somebody and you're not too clear if they're seeing somebody else, you might want to take them where you going. Don't be laid up over there, child, getting comfortable, closing your eyes and sleeping, child, because somebody will kick that damn door in and it'll be problems. Okay? You can't outrun no chopper. You better understand. So, yeah, I get what he's saying. He didn't want to mess up his chances. He about to go in the NFL. I get that, child. I don't know damn WAP you don't. So, shout out to Shannon Sharpe, child. He have some weird stories, though, don't he? Let's move on, child. Let's move on. All right, so this next topic, we have a judge who is letting one of her people in the courts know they asses better get it together because they about to go to jail, and she explains to him what happens when you go to jail, and she's telling him right, but she was very graphic with it, okay? She letting know your ass gonna be passed around like a hot potato up in that bitch. You better get your life together. All right, let's get into it, honey. Now, it says that a Texas judge tells a man that he'll be passed around for ramen noodles, cigarettes, and oranges, girl, and desserts in prison. Says it because you're young and they'll think that you're attractive. She's telling him right. Let's get into it.
So it appears that you want to go to prison and be passed around for cigarettes or dessert, because that's what's going to happen to you. Because you're young and they will think you're attractive at the prison. And I'm just being real with you. You understand? And no matter commissary money that your parents and your grandparents can put on the books for you is going to save you from being passed around at the prison. You understand? And do you understand what I mean?
Sure.
Do you want to be passed around for Roman noodle? Because that's what's going to happen. No, I'm dead serious. And that's what happened at the Bexar County Jail. People will get passed around for dessert. Someone was sentenced to this in this court for murder. And the first thing he did at the Bexar County Jail was go have sex with somebody.
Sure.
Whether it was consensual or not, that case hasn't been brought to me. And I can tell you right now, your grandparents, your mother, probably, so it appears that you want to go to prison and be passed around for what we're here for is why should I even continue him on probation? Why shouldn't he go to prison? It appears that he doesn't want to do anything. It appears to the court that you don't want to be on probation. You rather get high. You rather cause devastation and destruction with your parents because you haven't done anything on probation other than get new tattoos. And some of those appear to be gang tattoos. That's all you've done.
Wow.
So other than get gang tattoos and get your face tatted, which I tell people, unless you're moving towards a specific occupation, you really shouldn't be doing the face tattoos because it makes it hard for employment.
Period.
So other than the gang tattoos and the piercings and the dollar sign, which you're not working, so I don't know if that's an aspiration or gang stuff. So other than the gang tattoos and the more pierced, what we're here for is why should I means what have you done that would make me think you would be successful on probation in this court?
Nothing, Your Honor.
So why should I even give you probation? Because all you've done is cause destruction. The car you were riding in for the evading was a stolen vehicle. That's why they were trying to pull you over. The complainant you were in the passenger you were with, they got out, took off running as you did. So you haven't done anything. All you're coming to me is with your hands open, with the state saying, and your counsel saying, well, I think he's internalized this time. You brought me nothing as a reason for why I should continue you. You had all the opportunity and you've done nothing. And I think probation wants you revoked.
Ooh.
And on the aggravated assault, you're looking at 20 years. You're looking at 20 years in the prison. And it appears that you want to go to prison because that's what your actions are telling me.
She like, I don't care.
You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We can go off the record. So it appears that you want to go to prison and be passed around for cigarettes or dessert because that's what's going to happen to you because you're young and they will think you're attractive at the prison. And I'm just being real with you. You understand? And no matter commissary money that your parents and your grandparents can put on the books for you is going to save you from being passed around at the prison. You understand? And do you understand what I mean? Do you want to be passed around for Roman noodle? Because that's what's going to happen. No, I'm dead serious.
He laughing. She like,
and that's what happened at the Bexar County Jail. People will get passed around for dessert. Someone was sentenced to this in this court for murder. And the first thing he did at the Bexar County Jail, you're looking at somebody. Whether it was consensual or not, that case hasn't been brought to me. And I can tell you right now, your grandparents, your mother probably doesn't have enough money to put on your books so you won't be passed around for Roman noodles, cigarettes, oranges, or whatever at the jail. And it appears to the court that that's what you want to happen to you. Doing all these little crazy little tattoos you got here, trying to be Billy Bad with gang tattoos and everything. Do you understand? All right, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to think about this. You can come back in the afternoon. Somebody.
Listen, she needs to talk to every young person that's out there in them damn streets, baby, because this right here, this was a good word right here, okay? I think she got to his ass, but I do think she needs to give him just a little time because when you got them little thuggish, ruggish bones like this right here to think that they or above the law that they gonna just get probation just because. I think she need to put his ass in jail just a little bit, just to scare him up, just to show him what his ass is gonna be experiencing if he don't get his shit together. Give him some time in there. And I keep saying that. Stop coddling. Stop coddling. Sometimes you got to make an example and show them, because you're going to keep committing crimes. It starts out with little crimes. So you want to be a part of that life, but I don't think he understands what comes with that life. I keep saying, you see this mess on TV and social media. Oh, let me go get this facial tattoo. Let me, go be in this gang or whatever. You don't understand the seriousness of what you're getting yourself into, because ain't nothing in them streets but death, okay, and jail. That's the only thing. You either gonna be unalived or you going to jail, okay. And I don't think anybody really want to experience either one of those. But then when you get in there, looking how you look, they see you as a pretty boy, so you definitely gonna be taken advantage of, and ain't gonna be shit you can do about it, because they're gonna overpower you, and one person gonna do it, then the next person gonna do it. Like, she's telling him right. She's absolutely telling them right. So who wants to lose their virginity over a fucking orange or over some damn beef ramen noodles? Boy, bye. You better get it together, okay? You better get it together. I love this judge, baby. She is raw and she is uncut, and she's telling him the truth, and that's what his ass needs to hear, okay? So let's read into what she said. According to Judge Boyd, that she previously ordered that the young man have a curfew, take anger classes, and not have contact with his stepfather, amongst many other things. Now, when asked if he completed any part of his said probation, he said no. Now, as a result, Judge Boyd stated that what was likely to happen to him in prison. It said that she cited an example of previous cases, and she had where a man was sent to prison, and the first thing he did was have sex with another inmate, okay? Now, it said that though the judge was dead serious, as the man did get a little laugh, but I don't think his ass gonna be laughing later. She did say that she would come back and let him know what her ruling would be. I wish we could have seen that, but because I'm interested to see what she actually gave him. But hey, she's telling him the truth. So y'all can put in the chat what y'all think about that. That's a real thing. That's what happens in prison. So that happens. All right. So let's get into I think it's gonna be our last topic right here. This is going to be our last one. Let's get into Martell Holt's lying ass. Okay. Let's get into his lying ass. Martell. My children's mom. All right. Let's let that come up. Okay. So I'm going to play you guys a clip that I pulled. Martell is using and playing with the court system, as you guys know, as he did with the older couple. We talked about it earlier this week, where Martell owed them $62,000 to build an additional room onto their house with no builder's license, as we all know. He wound up keeping their money and running to the courts to file for bankruptcy. And due to the statute of limitations, Martell was able to get off of not paying said couple, and he had found a judge and got an attorney to where they ruled that Martell did not have to pay these people their money back, because he wrote it off on his bankruptcy. Okay, Martell, he ain't very smart, book smart, but he's street smart. So he knows how to manipulate the system, and I feel like he's continuing to try to keep continuing Melody's trials to try to then say, oh, let's file, a dismissal, Your Honor, because of the statute of limitations. Well, some crimes that you commit do not have statute of limitations, okay? And I don't think, from what I was looking up, I don't think the revenge piece situation does, but the fact that he asked for a jury trial in this situation really shows that Martell is not mentally well, because that opens the door for the other person to reveal all of their receipts that they have on you and any evidence that they have to support said case against you, Martell. So I don't think that was a smart thing for you to do, because you've done several interviews where you've admitted that you actually did send this said information. Okay, so you're using the same tactics that you used with the old couple to dip out on them on the $62K on Melody Cherie with this revenge P case and with the child custody case. Okay, you got away with that by filing bankruptcy, but I don't think you're going to do that with this upcoming case. Martell is set to be in court with Melody Cherie for the revenge P case coming up in December, early December. All right, so he's trying to keep the case, like I say, and being continued with Melody to try to get it dismissed and thrown out by way of statute of limitations, but it's not going to work. Their case has been continued like 3 times now. Okay, He knows exactly what he's doing. He'll go and he keep hiring lawyers, then he'll fire them right when it's getting ready to be time to go to court, so that then he has to get in another attorney, which then has to continue the case, because then they have to look at the actual case and what is set before them before they can go and represent him in court. So that then pushes the case back with more time, because the new attorney that he gets has to familiarize themselves with the case being brought to them. So Martell continuously does this. He does not. There's 3 attorneys from my attention that was brought to my attention that he's not paid. He continues to fire attorneys and he get a new attorney. So this is the same mess he continues to do. He ain't got no money. He ain't got no money. So they're going to court to represent him. Then he fire him. Then he got to get somebody else. That's Martell's playing games with the court system. Okay, he's playing games with the court system. He knows he's not going to win this case. He knows he's not going to win this case. You've already admitted on Love and Marriage Huntsville that you sent the information to her. So you have no other recourse, Martell. Okay, but you done ran your mouth, like I said, admitting to this revenge piece situation on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And you've also been seen in several social media videos that you admitted to sending this to Melody. And your only recourse to that was because she won't leave you alone. Well, why is she bothering you when you are the one who continue to harass her? She's trying to move on with her life and you continue to bother her. Now, he already admitted that he deleted the messages. You said that on the show, and you admitted that on Queen Sheba, and you also admitted that on another platform as well, which was Tasha K's interview, that you deleted the RP messages that you sent to Melody, thinking that that would clear you from being charged in this particular case, okay? But just because you deleted out your phone don't mean you deleted from her. So she was able to still hold on to that piece of evidence, which that will be brought up in court, okay? He also violated by sending the "I'm sorry" 1,000 times text message. So according to what the judge told you in the beginning, Martell, was that you're not supposed to contact Melody Cherie at all. That means no "I'm sorry" messages, nothing. You violated and you've continued to violate. So I really feel like he's going to lose this case. Martell is now using, like I said, he's now using this what is it? He's trying to now use that particular tactic to get by in this case coming up, okay? And then he's also, as you guys know, subpoenaed Melody to testify in this said case to debunk evidence and make it appear that she is the aggressor and that she is the one that's triggering and bothering him. Martell really needs to go ahead and get that psych evaluation, because I don't know what world he lives in, but he's not going to beat this case. Let's go ahead and play this, because I want to give you guys a reminder of the manipulation that Martell gives. And anytime somebody tries to hold him accountable, he gets upset, he gets aggressive. He's arguing with people here in the chat because they're telling him, dude, it's in the court papers and court documents that you've been abusive and that you did these things. But then he gets mad whenever somebody tries to tell him and he wants to try to check them.
I'm trying to get full custody for me. I'm like, why? Like, I was taking my kids to school, yesterday. I was taking them to school yesterday. It was about 7:15, 7:20. And I was just thinking, like, look at all the stuff that I've done, and it's only 7:20. And look at all that I'm going to do for the rest of the day, being a great father. But somebody want to say that you're abusing your children. I mean, want to put it out to the public that you're being children.
You are.
Because we go to court. To me, guys, listen. If a person ain't in jail, when DHR comes and say, we ain't find nothing, we talk to the source and there's nothing, that person should be held accountable. That person should be held accountable. Do you understand me? Y'all need to stop with that person trying to handle a good ass father, a 5. So with that being said, again, Mahogany Meeks, whatever your name is, listen, you know what allegations are. You know when you go to court and somebody's forced to drop something, Mahogany, talking about the court documents don't lie. I'm up here telling you right now, do you know what allegations are? That's what allegations are. Somebody followed a motion saying something for people like you to believe it. And then when you go to court, they forcing to drop the shit. So if you go look at the court documents, look at all that shit. What you talking about, the court documents? Look at it. You read all them court documents. Have I ever been accused of? Yeah, I've been accused of it, yes. From a person who's trying to get a storyline. Now, Mahogany, before you say anything else, you go read. Go get educated. And stop playing with me. All y'all, stop playing with me.
Look at him getting aggressive.
Yeah. It's all been dropped. Yes, she dropped it. The person who filed the motion dropped it. She was forced to drop it. Go look at all them documents. She hasn't been victorious in court and filed 4 motions on me. Okay, 4 motions on me. Talking about took my son to the doctor, saying I punched him.
You did.
Said I hit him 25 times.
You did.
I don't know if y'all know me, but Martell, I was benching about 465 at the time, right? And I'm like, man, I said, if I hit anybody 25 times with anything, it's gonna be a mark on there. Hold on, I get off in a moment. If you hit somebody 25 times.
That's his kids saying, Dad, you done brought us out here to go ride ATVs and spend time with us on your week with us, and you rather sit on live and argue with strangers about shit you know you doing. Come play with us. So you're going to tell your kids, I'll be there in a minute. So your priority is to argue with strangers and explain that you are a great father when you just told your kids to wait for me to be a great father. Go off.
With anything, it'll be a mark. I'm like, why would you say something like that? And no mark, no. I've never put a mark on any of my children. And I know I'm just ranting because it's like all this shit just hurting me. I've always taken pride in being a father. Always taken pride in being a father. And it's just in me. You know, it's just in me. In terms of being a great father. And it's just me sitting back and trying not to say nothing. Y'all know I've been off social media for some months. Just chilling. And next thing you know, all this stupid shit just happening. So I'm gonna start addressing it every single time. But I want you guys, the blogs, if you got Martell, go up there, son. You be going up there. My son.
Just like Marlene on my son, my son, my son.
So no, my kids having a good time. They just want me to get off this RZR, but they doing stuff up there. You know, they doing stuff up there. But you guys, y'all start holding all these other people who's lying. That other person who's lying. I mean, I hate it, but hold them accountable. Y'all ask the right question.
So why did the courts take your kids away for 56 days if you did nothing? They found no bruises, no marks, no evidence of you being abusive and aggressive towards your kids, Martell. Because they're not in the business. The courts are not in the business of taking people's kids away just because they don't have shit else to do. If there was evidence, if Melody took that child to the doctor and they found evidence that there was some aggressive and some type of hitting or whatever, because you were ordered not to give any corporal punishment to your children and you were still doing it. And Melody upheld that by going to the courts to say, hey, he's still doing this. The kids are still coming home and they're afraid and they're saying that he's still hitting, kicking, punching. And I'm getting ready to read here in a second all the things that Martell was doing to his children. But you sit on live and you do this. Oh, I'm a great father of all 5 of my children. I'm a wonderful father of all 4 of my beautiful children. That's his favorite line. But you're not taking accountability to the fact that you did hurt your children. And you're the reason why you could not see them for 56 days because you chose not to follow the law. And if you know you're benching 450 pounds, why are you putting your hands on your son to punch him anyway? That's not how you discipline a child, by punching them. That's not how you do it. And I've said it before, your issue with Tank is now the man of the house. So when you look at him, you think that that's some type of way of him being disrespectful or challenging you because he took your spot. Any man that Martell thinks is taking his spot, just like he's doing the security guy, he knows that he feels that guy is taking his spot. So he's around Melody more because he's jealous. So now you put out lies and innuendos against him. And now you attack him. And you got Ariana attacking the security guard because they're taking your spot, according to you and your crazy mind. You did the same thing with Devin Keith. You thought that Devin Keith was taking your spot, so you went on attack. And God forbid, Miss Van, who is now spending more time with the kids and helping Mel more with the children because you're not doing what you're supposed to do and getting them when you want to. So now you're attacking Miss Van in court as to say that she's taking, she's taking the kids too much and that you should get first right of refusal over their grandparents. She has every right to watch her grandchildren. She does. She has every right to watch her. You didn't have a problem with her watching them when you and Mel were in a great space. So now that you and Mel are not in a great space, you're making problems for everyone around her. You're trying to destroy her village because you're not a part of her village. You are the village idiot, but you're not a part of her village. Let's continue.
Questions. Carlos King too. Yes, ask her the right questions. When we get on that stage, ask the right questions to her instead of trying to ask the right questions to me. Because I'm tired of all this. I'm tired of all of Martell is in a band. No. I'm tired of that. Martell is not a person. Y'all have never seen me hit anybody. But y'all have seen Martell being hit. Martell never hits children. Never. And never will. Never will. And with that being said, it is what it is.
Let's back it up, because that's a lie right there. We've never seen you hit it. We saw you lunging at Mel and had production and Marceau not jumped out of that damn pool and grabbed you and bear hugged you and told you, I'm not taking my hands off you and calm down. You would have charged over there and did what you were doing when the cameras weren't there in that house with Melody Cherie.
Right questions to her.
I don't care what nobody say, and I've said it before. Allegedly, I feel that Martell was being physically abusive towards Mel. I'm going to say allegedly because I don't have no pictures and I don't have concrete evidence, but just his behavior from what we see on camera, I know if we see it on camera, what happens off camera got to be worse because ain't nobody there to stop you. Those children been scared of you. Those children been scared of you. That's why Melody kept them in therapy, because it was some shit that we didn't really know about that was going on in that house, because Martell has a way of manipulating situations, like he did that video that he released to Tasha K on Melody when he riled her up after he took her money, and he waited until he got her real mad to where she was charging at him and hit record and released that to the public to try to make it look like she's the aggressor. She's bothering him. She's coming at him. She's doing this to him. She's hitting him, but you stole her money. And she kept telling you, give me back my money, put it back in my account. And he had the camera in her face and she said, stop filming me. You already pulled a pow on her. So you are definitely the aggressor, Martell. Your children is feeling the heat from your aggression. They don't want to be around you, but they're made to be around you through the court system. And the court system, I keep saying, is flawed. You know this man, how do you ask him and order him to take a psychiatric evaluation because you feel that there's something mentally not right with him, but then you still send those kids over there? Martell has nothing to lose, and we see this all the time with families who go through child custody cases where the other parent looks like he's losing in that situation and may lose his kids. A lot of times they do unaliving when it comes to themselves and the children. I'm not speaking that over the children, but I'm speaking facts in terms of how this situation sometimes works. Martell has nothing to lose. He's lost everything, including his fucking mind. So he has nothing to lose. Like he made that comment, and thank you to one of my subscribers for bringing it to my attention last night when Martell said it's just going to be me and the kids. What are you planning? Because I was hearing that he had some type of life insurance policy on Melody. Where did that comment come from to say, you know what? One day it's just going to be me and the kids and not Melody. What does that mean? Because Melody is going to always be in her children's life. She's never going to walk away from her children. So the only way that we can see her not being with her children or being a part of her children's life is if she's not on earth anymore. And who would be responsible for that since you made that statement? See, that's why you got to watch your mouth, Martell, because these things are traceable. If something happens to her, you're the first person they're going to look at. Absolutely. When a person don't have nothing to lose, when they've lost everything, they will do anything. I'm going to say it again. When a person's lost everything, they will do anything at any time. Why do you think she has to have security? That's why she haven't left the show yet. People keep saying Melody just needs to leave the show. It's just too much going on the show. No, that's a source of income that she has to hold on to take care of her family. Melody has to pay for security. That's not free. Every day that her security shows up, she has to pay these people. And it's not just one security officer. We saw that on the show, the beginning of the season. She's had to put more cameras up at her home to make sure Martell is not popping up, stalking her, sitting down the street, watching her, stalking her, all these things. That stuff costs money. She's paying for their kids to go to school, their clothes, everything that the kids are being privy to, including outside, extracurricular activities that they are involved in. She pays for that. Martell told me I signed them up for it. Not nowhere did I hear you say you paid for it. You don't even pay child support for your children, including Knox. Because you've been able to manipulate Ariane into not making you pay child support. You are a sorry ass individual. I'm sorry. Stop hopping on lives saying somebody go read. I'm about to read exactly why you are a fucked up father. You did not have your father around to teach you how to be a man because you were raised by a bitch ass mama. Oh, I'm going there this morning. I don't want nobody in my chat trying to correct me either. Oh, I'm going there this morning. You are bitch ass ninja. You are a bully. Just like Melody said in that interview last night, she don't want nobody who focuses more on their physical strength versus getting themselves together versus their psychological and their financial. You're more focused on having muscles and the appearance of what you want people to see you and appear what you appear to want to look like. Versus focusing on the inside, Martell. You're more focused on your outer appearance versus your inner. You fucked up, sir. You are. You are. I blame your mama. I keep saying it. Marlene, baby, you and your busted down, broke down, frozen Easter curls that your ass keeps, I keep seeing your ass in these damn videos. You are the cause of Martell and his fucked up behavior. You do not hold him accountable because you scared of him. There's no way in hell you can sit there and hear this man tell, well, this fool, let's say fool. I like fool better. Man, let's take man out. That you can hear this fool telling you all the things that he's telling you about Melody Cherie. And as a mother, you can sit there and agree with him and say that he's right. Well, you know who Melody Cherie is. Before Melody filed for divorce, she was a great mother. But now that she done left your son alone and you don't have that lifestyle, all of a sudden now she's not a great mother. Get the F out of here. Let's play this last part again because I want you guys to hear how he does not hold himself accountable.
So, no, my kids having a good time. They just want me to get off this RZR, but they doing stuff up there, you know? They doing stuff up there. But you guys, y'all start holding all these other people who's lying. That other person who's lying. I mean, I hate it, but hold them on it.
Let's start with you. Let's start with you, okay? Because you love to lie.
I've always taken pride in being a father. Always taken the pride of being a father. And it's just in me. You know, it's just in me. In terms of being a great father. And it's just me sitting back and trying not to say nothing. Y'all know I've been off social media for some months. Just chilling. And then
you've been off social media wreaking havoc and stalking and running back and forth to court on Melody Cherie. So you got time. You don't have a fucking job. Melody got all these jobs that she's doing, so she don't have time to be on this mischief bullshit that you be on. That's why you've been talking about you chilling. No, you're not chilling. You far from chilling, okay? Yeah, you are very much so far from chilling, sir.
Next thing you know, all this stupid shit that's happening. So I'm gonna start addressing it every single time. But I want you guys, the blogs, if you got Martell, go up there, son. You be going up there. My son.
He should have walked up there so he can go let his mama know what your ass is doing. Okay.
So
lying your ass off.
No, my kids having a good time. They just want me to get off this RZR, but they doing stuff up there, you know? They doing stuff up there. But you guys, y'all start holding all these other people who's lying. That other person who's lying. I mean, I hate it, but hold them accountable. Y'all ask the right questions. Carlos King too. Yes, ask her the right questions. When we get on that stage, ask the right questions to her.
He asked you the question of, did you have a side baby? And when were you cheating? You couldn't even answer that. You went right back to, well, Melody, this. He asked you a question about you, and you want to talk about Melody and what she's done. So anytime he asks you a question, and when he do ask Melody, you want to overtalk her when she's telling the truth. So he does ask her. He does ask her. You were happy when he asked her about their whole video when you were trying to initiate that revenge peace situation at the reunion. To my, oh, I got it in my phone. Whole time you knew it was your stupid ass. You knew it was you the whole time when you were sitting there talking about that Melody gave somebody else fellatio, when you knew the person in the said video that you said you had in your phone, Martell, when you were trying to embarrass Melody at the reunion where Carlos was sitting there dragging her for filth, and you were enjoying it, and so was the other cast. You knew that was you in the video. That's when the whole revenge piece situation came out. And Carlos, I blame you as well for being a part of initiating and entertaining that bullshit.
Instead of trying to ask the right questions to me, because I'm tired of all this. I'm tired of all of Martell is in a band. No, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that.
You tired of being held accountable. Gotcha.
Martell is not a person. Y'all have never seen me hit anybody, but y'all have seen Martell being hit. Martell never hits children. Never. And never will. Never will.
It's in the court documents, Martell.
And with that being said, it is what it is. I'm about to enjoy my 5.
Okay, so if you guys watched the Queen Sheba interview, shout out to Queen Sheba. You guys remember when Queen Sheba said she has the court documents. Now, Martell went and doctored up some court documents that he wanted Queen Sheba to read, but she said she already had them. I think she had the original court documents. The documents Martell wanted her to read, he was upset that she would not, I guess, take the court documents that he wanted her to read because he had them doctored up. The same ones that he was bringing to the reunion. Y'all remember when he told Melody to read right here? She said, I ain't about to read your shit. You find it. You read it. I ain't about to read your mess. When he went back there, he done brought all these damn papers out from the courts, trying to make it look like Mel is doing all these things, and got upset when he found out that when Melody blasted him to say that those are not the original court documents, okay? So he's running around and shopping to the bloggers information with falsified documentation for them to read off in order to further try to damage Melody's reputation, to make her look like a trash ass mother when he is the real culprit. Now, let me go ahead and pull this good old document right here. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. We're not about to let you sit here and lie, sir. Okay. Yeah, that's not what we're gonna be able to do right now. All right. Let's go ahead and read. Yeah, let's go ahead and read right quick. Let's go ahead and read. Because read, like you told us to read, we getting ready to read. Okay? Yeah, we're getting ready to read. I'm about to read your ass all the way the fuck down because you play too much. Okay? That's what we're about to do. Let me get this shit pulled up. Y'all bear with me. Thank you guys for being so okay, let's see. I hope they didn't take it down. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think it's still there. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm still here. Okay, yeah, we got that one. I want to see the other one, though. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, yeah. All right, let's get into this. Shout out to the sun. Shout out to the sun. All right, we're going to read this. Because Martell said, I've never abused my children. I've never been aggressive toward my ex-wife. They're lying on me. I'm a great father of 5 of my 4 beautiful children. Let's read what it says, though. Okay? We love a good receipt. When you lie, I get to tell the truth, Martell. Okay? If you're watching my channel, because I know you hate the bloggers that like to blast you with the truth. Okay? I know you hate my ass. You probably never going to interview with me, and that's fine, because if you ever do, I'm going to chew that ass up over here. Believe that. All right? Oh, yeah, baby. All right, so let's get into The Sun. The Sun says, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Martell Holt ordered to undergo psych evaluation after ex accuses him of abusing the kids. All right, Melody Holt has dragged her ex back to court with new shocking allegations. All right, Martell, who is 42, and Melody's divorce battle has gotten even more nasty as Melody, who is 38, has grown more concerned about his alleged erratic behavior and inappropriate treatment of their children. See, that's how he wants you to see him in this damn suit. All right. Shout out to Mel for putting you there. Man, that's a good picture of you right there, girl. All right, so let's continue. Now, as of December the 14th of 2023, the courts has ordered Martell to undergo a psychological evaluation after the mom of 4 filed a motion demanding that he submit to a psychiatric examination and evaluation ahead of their trial in April. Okay, now as you guys can see, that has been continued to January of 2025 because Martell continues to play with the courts and fire his attorneys. So they have to keep going back and trying to familiarize themselves with the case. Like I said before, this was all the way back. Y'all see how far back this trial has been going on for the child custody case? Y'all see that? Ahead of their trial in April, it's been pushed to January of 2025. Let's continue. According to Alabama court documents, Martell, exclusively obtained by The Sun, shout out to them, Melody informed the courts that the mental, psychological, and emotional stability of the father is at issue. The filing stated, based on the father's recent erratic behavior at the minor children's school. Now, you don't be acting a fool at the school. Okay, practice and other public places, as well as his inappropriate, unhinged, and erratic behavior towards the mother and the minor children, a thorough and complete mental examination and evaluation of the father is essential to the court's decision regarding important issues in the case regarding child custody and visitation. Now, you've gone to these children's school as you've already admitted that you're there almost every day. You go eat lunch with them all the time. When it was brought to Martell's attention per court documents that he was not allowed to be at this kid's school after a situation happened with one of his children where Melody had to go and have it reported through the courts, Martell began to act a fool when they asked him to leave the school. Okay, that is what they're talking about in case somebody did not know. Martell acted a whole fool at his children's school. Now, it says that the filing stated, based on the father's recent erratic behavior at the minor children's school, practice, public places, as well as his inappropriate, and did I read that? Okay, yeah, I did. Let's go down. Sorry. That she argued that his actions are detrimental to the physical, emotional, and mental well-being of the children and fears that the children have already suffered emotional damage as a result of Martell's irate and erratic behavior. Now, if the mother has presented these things to the courts, why on God's green, beautiful earth are the children still made to 1 week on and 1 week off with their father? Erratic, emotional, psychological, all of these things are definite proof, or is definite proof, because I went to school, is definite proof that Martell is unhinged and is not capable of being in the right mindset to parent his children. He continues to not comply with the courts in order to get said psych evaluation because he knows that if it comes back other than what he perceives himself to be in the media and on national television, that he will lose custody of his children. So he is fighting to defy the courts and risk being thrown in jail for being held in contempt of a direct order, at which this has been going on for over a year. He's been ordered for over a year to get this psychiatric evaluation, and it said that it has to be done by January 2025 by the time they go back to child custody court. Okay? Yeah. I don't understand what court in their right mind. I keep saying Alabama courts are very much so flawed. If the mother is telling you that he is this much so crazy and doing these things to the children and you keep making them go over there, it should be at this point supervised visitation until it's gone through the court system to figure out what is going on and where do they go from there. Period. Supervised visitation. Just like y'all put him on probation where he's monitored, it also should be monitored. His visitation should be monitored. Period. These children's lives are on the line. All right. Now, in the filing, she claimed that Sheree Whitfield's ex, fake ex, because we've already found out that this was a business situation, continued to use corporal punishment against their minor children. We all know what corporal punishment is. The judge told him, don't put your hands on the children. You are not to initiate corporal punishment against any of the 4 Holt kids. She gave an example of that on December the 11th of 2023. He allegedly threatened, listen to this, to tear them up once their divorce case is over. Meaning, I already know what the court said, but once this is over, I'm going to get you for the old and new. I don't give a damn what the court says. I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. Referring to their minor kids, and said in a separate filing from December the 14th that he even offered to allow the children to be back on television, on the television show Love and Marriage Huntsville, if he could use corporal punishment in the future. So if I can spank and abuse my children, you guys can be back on the show. The only reason why the children are not on Love and Marriage Huntsville, I found out, and Melody Cherie have already brought this up as well, is because Martell Holt could not get part of their money that they would be paid as appearances on Love and Marriage Huntsville. The children's money was the issue with Martell, a person who does not pay child support for his kids, a person who does not help financially in a way that he's supposed to with his 4 beautiful children. Melody Cherie is stuck with the burden of every financial aspect of their children's lives, while Martell is begging from pillar to post, while he's scamming people, while he's borrowing money from everybody, paying Peter to pay Paul, borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, while Melody Cherie is also going behind him and paying off said people who are threatening to put hands and feet on Martell because he owes everybody and their mama, Daddy Greasy, and Grandmammy. Yes, he does. Thank you, Don, for putting that out there. Don, Melody's manager, put that out there, that Martell was borrowing money from people all around Huntsville because his ass is broke and refuses to get a job and was not paying people. And he said people were mad and getting ready to come for him. So in order to protect him and keep him from getting his tail stomped out, Melody was paying off his debts. I would have paid shit. You done took me to court to take my kids. You don't put out revenge P on me. You still abusing my children. I ain't paying shit for you. You deal with whatever you got to deal with. Street justice it is. That's on period. Now, the former couple have 4 children. Daughters Malia, Mariah, Milani, and son Martell. The TV personality is also the father of another child, son Knox, who he calls Maverick because he wants to blend that child with the 4 Holt children, with a woman who has now been identified as his mistress, Ariane Curry. We all know about that. 3rd time's a charm. Let's get into it. Even though the ex's divorce was initially finalized in March of 2021, they went back to court the following year to modify their custody agreement. Now, although everything was thought to be resolved, Melody filed a new petition in July of 2023 to modify legal custody and the visitation schedule, mainly due to Martell's alleged mental and emotional abuse of the minor children. Mr. I don't abuse my kids. Why was there another motion filed in court to change things up because you are out here still doing what the court told you not to do. Now, in the filing obtained by the U.S. Sun, shout out to them again, the Behind Every Man host, which is Melody Cherie, claimed her ex, which is Martell Holt, continues to use corporal punishment that is excessive and abusive towards the minor children, including but not limited to, get ready for this, choking, grabbing, punching the minor son, because Tank get it the worst, hitting all the children, pulling and twisting them. That's abuse. That's abuse. Okay? But then you just went and filed a most recent motion against Melody Cherie Martell when you sent her that damn text message talking about I'm sorry 1,000 times, and you took your ass down there and filed saying that she popped Sugar Mama. But you are, let's go back and read it. She popped Sugar Mama for getting out of line, which I'm sure she didn't pop her enough to even hurt her and or leave a mark. I'm sure. That's her baby. She ain't about to hurt her baby. But you, on the other hand, choking, grabbing, punching their minor son, hitting all the children, pulling and twisting them. That's abuse. Let's not even forget about the blood that you drew from Tank, where you could not see the kids, all of them of which for 56 days, where you tried to lie and say you didn't do that. The father has refused to follow the court order as he has stopped therapy between him and his minor son. Now that's court order. Anytime you don't follow a court order, you are held in contempt. So if in fact he does not follow the order of doing and or finishing therapy with Tank, by the time they go back to court January 2025, that's another contempt on Martell Holt. So he's losing because he's defying the court's orders, and he feels like he can get away with it because he's done that. Let's continue. The filing continued. The father continues to incorporate corporal punishment on the minor children that they only want to see their father if he will stop hitting them. The kids don't even want to go to see Martell on their week, but they're made to do so because of the court. Imagine that. Having to stay with somebody for an entire week who you know is going to be punching, kicking, grabbing, choking, hitting, pulling, and twisting you all week. And also they're being bullied by Ariane's daughter, Paris. That's already in the court documentation. That's in the court documentation. So these children are made to be in an abusive situation until the courts figure out how to hash this out. For a week, a day is a long time when you're in an abusive situation. But these kids are made to be there for an entire week. Mind you, he cannot properly feed them because Melody Cherie already said, and it's in court documentation as well. I'm going to speak court documentation, and I hope he tried to say something to me. He's not properly able to feed the children to where Melody has to bring food to Martell's house during the week that he has the children. So not only can you not take care of them, they're being abused and they're not eating properly because there's not food or proper food in the home for the children. Alabama courts, y'all need to step it up. You're failing these children. They are suffering psychological, emotional, physical abuse under the umbrella of their father for an entire week on and off. Okay, let's get it. There's more. There's more. She also said that he exhibited behavior that has been negligent and unstable and has shown a lack of proper parenting when it comes to his care for the minor children during his custodial time. So he's deliberately, because this is the person who says that he was the primary parent. I'm the dominant parent. He prided himself. I played you guys a passage this week, a video this week where Martell was talking to Marlene. He said, I'm the dominant parent. He loves to tell people that. I'm the dominant parent. I do everything for them. Even Marlene said, oh my God, you was taking so much care of the kids. You were doing so much. She had you doing so much. I said, oh my God, she gonna kill my boy. My boy. All she do is lay there and say, Martell, Martell. She don't be doing nothing over there in that house. You be doing everything. So the person who prides himself on being the dominant parent to his 4 beautiful children, as he calls them, okay? It says that exhibited behavior that has been negligent and unstable as shown a lack of proper parenting when it comes to his care for the minor children during his custodial time. So he's deliberately not taking care of his kids the way he's supposed to, and he's deliberately abusing them in order to get back at their mother because he's bitter because she left him. His lifestyle has changed. He's broke. He ain't got shit going on. He's not getting many scenes on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And he is now, as you guys can see in the video, lashing out at Carlos King as a result of that as well. So he's mad at everybody except himself. All right, in addition, she gave examples of some of the threats, including reportedly saying that he will knock them out. He told his children, I'll knock you out. Now, this is a person who works out diligently in the gym. He can go to the gym, but he won't go to a job. I'm going to say it again. You can go to a gym, but you can't go to a job. And like you just said, you benching 450 or 60 pounds. You have threatened to knock your children out. Mine wouldn't be going back over there. If you got to lock me up after that, so be it. As a mother, I will not sit and listen to my children come home and tell me all of the things that this man has done that we just read off, and then the threat of I'll knock you out. Mine wouldn't go back over there. Call the police, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. As a mother, hell no. All right, moving on. Apart from being concerned about the children's mental well-being, she said that she's concerned about Martell's mental stability since he continues to relocate. That means he can't stay nowhere for a long time because he ain't paying the fucking rent. And has violated previous court orders and has even threatened to distribute an SEX tape that the parties created during their marriage. That's the Revenge P video that we've been talking about. Oh, this is very telling. So not only are you abusing the children, you, sir, you don't have a stable home environment. So the kids got to come 1 week on, 1 week off. Melody don't know where the fuck you live because every other month you're moving. You're moving. And it's weird that you're trying to rent a house. That's where you should have been staying, in that house over there you're trying to rent and or sell. So that tells me right there that you got some psychiatric problems. You have a house, but you choose to move month after month after month because you're paying rent. Why the fuck are you paying rent if you got a house? Stay in that house, the one with the long ass garage that almost touched the street, and save your money. See, if you were smart, you would have done that. But you were trying to beat the system in that situation and trying to get a little more money over there. And that house you can't even rent or sell because it's not under code. All right, we talked about that already. But back to this situation right here. Martell cannot stay where he needs to for the sake of the children, which is ordered by the courts. He has to give every address that he lives at. And Melody Cherie has said that he's moved multiple times. She even talked about it on the show as well. Now, given all of this, she requested that the courts only allow him daytime visits with the kids until he enrolls in therapy and anger management. This is getting messy. This is getting messy. All right. Martell fires back. Let's get into it. Martell responded to Melody's filings 4 months later in November and also filed a counterclaim against her. Now, you've done all these things to the children. You scared them. You threatened to knock them out, but you filed a counterclaim when you're wrong because in Martell's mind, I got to win. Martell thinks that this is a game. So anytime that Melody does something to try to protect the children, he comes back as a means to try to tear down and or debunk and or make Melody look like she's the one that's coming after him and bothering him. So he will keep filing counterclaims and motions against her when all she's doing is trying to do what she feels is best for her children. All right, instead of addressing the motivational speaker's specific corporal punishment claims, which is Melody Cherie, he instead claimed that she is the one who willfully and contemptuously violated the order by spanking the minor child, MH, which we know is Sugar Mama, age 3. Okay, y'all hear this? Okay. He also said that she filed a modification in bad faith and with unclean hands, explaining that she has continuously filed frivolous, untruthful motions so that she may be in control of all decisions regarding the minor children. She takes care of them primarily. You don't pay no child support. Now, you are their father, but you don't have your shit together. You barely have a place to stay and you can't feed them. So, yes, she should have more say-so over what happens with the children until you get your shit together. That includes counseling. That includes a permanent place to stay. And that includes food in your home. You got a bitch over there to get food stamps. If that's going to be your woman, as you claim on Tasha K, then get some of them food stamps and put some food in the house so that when your children come over there, that they ain't got to be sitting there with the white mouth while you talking about Ariane is fixing and preparing clean meals for your children and healthy meals for your kids. I doubt it. Air sandwiches are not considered to be healthy meals, okay? The kids are eating air sandwiches when they come to that bitch. Mel got to go to Chick-fil-A. You want them to eat air sandwiches because your ass eating air sandwiches. All right, so it says that the OWN star goes on to accuse Melody of violating their agreement of not filing their children and not filming their children, and also posting about them on social media. So you guys already know about that, where he has stopped Melody from being able to post the children on social media. But then we see Knox every other day. Ariana will go live, Knox is on her live. So why not the same rules and regulations for your other child versus the 4 that you are harassing Melody about? If they can't be on social media and on television, neither can Knox, because he too is one of your children. So the same rules should apply. I don't give a fuck what is going on between you and Ariana, but if those kids can't be on, neither can Knox. Now, he claimed that her bringing them into the spotlight has financial gain, since she believes it to be the best interest of the children to be filmed, as it would provide them economic opportunities. This is money that she could put up for college fund. He ain't putting no money up for college. He ain't saving up for college or anything for their future. So she is setting the children up with businesses. As you guys know, each one of Melody's children have their own business, so that they're building wealth for the future, for whatever they decide to do. If they want to go to college, if whatever they want to do, they're building wealth, and all of their businesses are successful. Okay? All of their businesses are successful. Now, in her December response, Melody denied his frivolous accusations in reference to the spanking, and asked for the economic opportunities that she said that she believes in affording the children with every opportunity that is beneficial and desirous of the children and aiding in their success in life. I agree. Absolutely. Now, until their April trial, which we know has been pushed back to January of 2025, the court has ordered the former couple to attempt to resolve their issues through mediation. Now, at this point in time, this is past mediation, and this is another problem I have with Alabama courts. There is no ordering them to resolve anything through no fucking mediation. It's past that now, because Martell, one, is not doing anything that you guys have asked him to do, and he's deliberately defying the court's orders to cooperate with what's being asked of him, and he's still continuously giving the kids corporal punishment and still continuously filing motions in order to try to one-up Melody and the courts. Okay. All right, so it continues to say that the son has reached out to Melody and Martell's attorneys for comment. Now, shocking arrest. Let's get into that. Oh, this is a great publication, ain't it? Now, after all this went down to court, news broke that Martell was arrested for third-degree domestic, DV, okay, and harassment on January 9th of 2024. You guys remember that? Mugshot was out, all of the above. He got out within a few hours, in which his ass should have stayed in there. But don't worry, he's going back. All right. Now, according to TMZ, shout out to them, he had a warrant out for his arrest after allegedly sending harassing communication to his accuser, which we know to be Melody Cherie, who has not been identified. We know that to be Melody. All right. That dated back to August of 2022. So he's been on his bullshit since then. Now, he was booked into Madison County Sheriff's Office and was released about 3 hours later after posting bond. Where you get the money from? I keep saying Carlos King bonded him out because he had to film the show. I believe that. Who else is loaning Martell money? He or everybody else in Huntsville? Who bonded him out? I feel like it was Carlos. Bad mistake. Now, his publicist, all right, which we all know is Ariana Curry's cousin, all right, in case y'all didn't know, the same one that took them pictures of Nell Fletcher and Ariana at the polo match, all right, his publicist, her, told a media outlet at the time that Martell Holt adamantly denies any intentional harm or harassment towards the accuser, which is Melody Cherie. When you have all of the intentional harassment and harm towards her, you have all of the you have all of that towards Melody. You have all of the intentions to harass her and harm her. Okay, you just can't get close to her because she got security. Now, that's why you want the security to be out the way so that you can get to her. So that says that we believe that these allegations are the result of a misunderstanding, and we are confident that the legal process will ultimately vindicate Mr. Holt and won't. Okay. Martell remains committed to being a devoted father and maintaining a positive and healthy co-parenting relationship with Miss Rogers and Miss Curry for the well-being of their children. And don't. Okay. Says that the statement continues despite the challenges presented. The Martell will continue to focus. I ain't reading that bullshit because that's lies. Okay. We just wanted to get down to the nitty-gritty of what was said that went on with the children. These are all things that was pulled from court documentation. The court documentation that Martell was shopping around to different content creators did not have this information in there. Okay. It did not. He doctored up paperwork and documentation that he wanted content creators to read on his behalf. He did it to Queen Sheba, and she said to him, "Are you sure you want me to read that?" Because she had already seen the original documents. The documents that he forwarded over to her. She was like, you sure you want me to read this? Because this could be very damaging. Okay. He didn't know what she already had. That's what she's trying to tell you about. You sure? You want me to read what's really going on in these damn documents? Because the shit you sent to me ain't comparing to what was said over here. All right. But that's what Martell is up to. And that's what it is. And that's what's going on. All right. So shout out to The Sun for this publication because they gave every single intricate detail of what's going on in this situation with Martell and showing how he is continuing to play with the courts and continuing this case by filing motions and firing his attorneys. And Destiny, it seems that she's been trying to do the same thing. Trying to continue this situation with the 20K with LB. So she's getting some pointers from Martell Holt. Okay. But that is it, guys. And that is all for our show for this morning. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys later on today for our pop-in video. Okay. This was a lot. This was a lot. This was a lot. Okay. I hope no one was triggered in this situation with Melody and Martell, what we read today. But I had to get you guys the truth in terms of what's going on in this particular case with Melody and Martell. It's very messy. The children are going through a lot. So you guys continue to pray for them and their well-being, their psychological, their mental, everything, their spiritual well-being, and all of this, because they are the ones that's suffering. Melody is a grown-up. She suffered as well because her children are suffering. She loves her kids, but unfortunately her hands are tied. She has to send them over there because it's the court's order. And if she doesn't, she'll be locked up for defying that, which is so crazy because the minute that she says my kids aren't going over there, I'm pretty sure they'll put her in jail. But Martell, who has not followed any of the court's orders, still running around free. It's weird. I don't know what kind of pull he has in the courts. But of course, y'all know he used to be a jailer at the Madison County courts, which is, or jail rather, which is the same place that he was locked up. So I don't know what kind of pull he actually has, but this is a sad situation. But hopefully Melody, and I pray that Melody comes out on top as it relates to this for her children's sake, because this is it's a lot. Okay. My heart goes out to them. But this is the end of our show. Thank y'all so much for joining. Thank you to my mods, Bell Wilson, KBR, Tyra, Linda Gamble, and Scorpion Miss. To all of my content creators who joined the chat. Thank you, Truth TV Podcast, Purple Unicorn, Aries Girl Podcast, Dear Retalk Show, Messy Host ATL, Boss Lady Brand, Girlfriend Chronicles, Chronicles of Kim K, Love Seeing Her. Those are my usuals that are here. If I have any more that's in the building, please let me know and I'll be happy to shout you out. Okay. I usually don't see it until I scroll back, because I do look at my chat after I end my show. Okay. So if I missed anyone, my apologies to you. Okay. Enjoy your day, guys. It's Friday. Happy Friday to you guys. And I will see you guys later. Godspeed to you all. Let's get out of here. All right. And bye.